Circuit Center heavy, traffic is no factor, descend via the Angel for arrival and cleared ILS 24 right.
Descend via the Angel for arrival and clear for ALS approach runway 24 right, Circuit Center heavy.
Southwest 20, connect express 128.5.
1285, Southwest 20.
UPS 2900, follow 240, descending via the Angel for on arrival, landing west 260 and off the sign.
UPS 2900 heavy, thank you, reducing further to 250, cleared ILS 25 left.
Alright, 250 knots, clear for the ILS 25 left, UPS 2900.
Compass 6014, reduced to 290.
290, compass 6014.
ILS 5868, connect express 124.9.
249, Skywest 5868.
Compass 6014, reduce speed to 270, you'll follow a 777, caution when turbulence.
270, compass 614.
SoCal approach, American 574 heavy on the Hollywood with Zulu.
American 574 heavy, SoCal approach, cleared ILS 24 right due to traffic.
Cleared ILS 24 right, American 574.
UPS 2900, can you get a similar setting, please?
3011.
Thank you.
SoCal approach, Cirrus 833, Mike level 10,500.
Cirrus 833, Mike, thanks, altimeter 3011.
011, 825.
128.5.
128.5, Turkish 9, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Compass 6014, 250 knots, traffic 1 o'clock, it's under 8 miles, this is Circuit 777 out of 10,500, advise me to the triple.
All right, we're slowing to 250. We're looking for the traffic, Compass 6014.
EPS 2900 heavy, connect approach 124.9.
24.9, good day, EPS 2900.
American 574 heavy, reduce speed at 250.
Slow to 250, not American 574. Cali 94, leaving 21, descending via.
At 894, SoCal approach, cleared ILS 25 left.
Cleared ILS 25 left, Cali 94.
Compass 6014 is now at 12 o'clock, 7 miles, 10,000.
Still looking, Compass 6014.
Compass 6014, reduce speed at 220.
It's 220, Compass 6014.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Compass 6014, third ILS 24 right approach, and 220 knots, keep a good space on the heavy.
All right, cleared ILS 24 right, 220, Compass 6014.
Compass 6014, connect approach 128.5, 28.5, checking at 220 knots, have a good day.
285, you too, Compass 614.
American 574 heavy, connect approach 128.5, good day.
28.5, American 574, good day.
Government 3 Mike, connect approach 124.6, 24.6.
124.6, A320 Mike, thank you.
Alright guys, here we are at Redding, it's California, right? Yeah, Redding, California. So I just just installed Northern California Orbx True Earth. So I was going to stream it tomorrow, but I couldn't wait. So here we are. I'm gonna check it out. I had to download and install the scenery on an HHD drive, which notably slowed down my load time. But as the tiles load, it preloads, so it's only the initial loading that slowed down. So without further ado, we'll hop in here and get things going so we can check it out. I know it's dark in real life at this time of day, but it's ortho, so I'm going to fly at 11 a.m., which for X-plane purposes, it gives the best visible, has the best visibility for ortho at 11 a.m. So if you want a good, otherwise you get like the glare and stuff. It's 80 degrees in Reading. Get my charts set up here on my laptop. And we've got D-ATIS for Oakland, so we'll get that set up on this. So we got charts, and we're gonna get D-ATIS here next. And this is my flight route. .com ATIS. I think it's PHP, which is a website thing. All right, there we go. So we can get our D-ATIS in the air. And we need calculation. So 133 passengers, 13,000 pounds of cargo. We're going to file 240. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, so the fuel I'm loading. I already have most of these figures done. Let me check this though. Where's my 4 tons of fuel is 88.18. Well, that's not enough. Wait a second. Let me get rid of the should be around 88.20 pounds or so of fuel, because I'm only going, the weather's nice, I don't need a an alternate. We have enough reserve there for second pass. So I'm looking at 88.18, so actually I need more than that. So let me see, 9078 is 41, so I'll round that up to 42 is 92.59 minus 90.78, 181. Alright, so I'm going to go with 4.2 on the fuel. And then 0 fuel weight is 134.5. I think I have that wrote down. So 134.5 is 61,008. Alright. Altimeter 30,000. And are using runway 16, and that was information whiskey. Oakland is, I'm going to plan on runway 30, so that's available. So we'll file PilotEdge here. So that's our flight plan. A320 slant Lima 240, no alternate. So we'll file that. Looks like we are not alone. That dude is 6 knots. So he must be taxiing. He's taking off, I think. So we'll take a look at see what he's doing. Hey Eagle, what's up, buddy? So I reckon there's a guy up here, because I saw him moving around. Maybe that's him. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go with 4.2 tons of fuel. So we'll start the transfer. And passengers, I'm going to go almost full. So 133. Reset the cargo for 1,000 so I can figure out to match this sim brief. So sim brief gave us 0 fuel weight of 61,008. So we're going to subtract the current 0 fuel weight, 53, 416 plus the 1,000 I left in cargo. So that comes to 85.92. So that should give us 61,008, which it did. Got 31.3 per CG. So 61.0 and 31.3. So I need this number and that number for the flight planning. Get the APU going. Select cargo. Make sure the gen's coming online. Looks like it is. So we'll go to bleed. Make sure the bleed's all working. Environment, air conditioning is on now. Hydraulics are good. APU gen is available, so we're going to remove GPU and switch to APU at this point. Get rid of them. Elevation 502. Guess there's no coordinates for the gate. No, we'll just use what we got. So we got current Eric. So we got in it. Yeah, I'm losing my voice. RDD. We're going to Oakland. Shocker there. RDD. Alright. When you don't have a GPS position on the chart, you just use what the GPS is saying you're at. As long as it's close to the reference, which is the airport, then it's fine. So you want them to match or use the GPS on the chart. So we're going to align on reference. Go back to this page. Make sure we get our filed cruise. And that altimeter was 30.0. We got 502 for elevation, so 500. 500, so elevation is valid on the altimeter. Reading doesn't have, I don't think they have a clearance. No, they got an ATIS, they got a ground tower, center. So 124.1.
Instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information whiskey.
It's still whiskey, so nothing's changed.
Reading Municipal Airport. ATIS information whiskey. 0053 Zulu. Wind 160 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 26. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3000. Arriving and departing runway 6. Visual approaches in use. Ringing back hall.
So when there's no clearance, you always use the ground control to get your clearance. Smaller airports, D's and C's typically won't have a clearance, only B's do. So we'll go 121.7 on primary there. Towers 19.8.
2665.
Alright, I got tower on the standby on the flip.
Copy, clear to El Paso
GPS
via
is
the
primary.
Cargo transitioned and is filed. Climb via the SID. Departure frequency 127.4. I'm going to be swapking 2665.
Since it's 80 degrees, we'll go ahead and shut that window. Good evening, Reading Ground, United 1399 at the terminal with Whiskey, IFR Oakland.
Southwest 21, 42 Oakland, Center, Roger. United 299, reading ground, clear to Oakland Airport, Hellman to departure. Red block transition, when as filed. Maintain flight level 230. Departure frequency 132.2, squawk 3713.
Cleared the Oakland via Hellman 2 departure. Red Bluff transition, then as filed. Climb maintain flight level 230. Departure 132.2, squawk 3713, United 1399.
Feedback correct. Southwest 140 Seattle information on November is current. Expect visual approach, runway 16 left.
Alright, so we got our clearance. We are good. So now we can enter the clearance. I mean,
Portland ground.
you know what I mean. We'll enter the flight plan. So he didn't say our top altitude was going to change. I think I filed 24.
Southwest 2142, you assigned 10.
Yeah, I did.
Flight level 290 or painted.
Filed that. Alright. You're going to depart 16 on the Hellman 2 to Red
Southwest 2142, Roger,
Red
cross break at and maintain
Bluff.
flight level 240. Patient duty at flight level 240.
We'll insert that. And then we're going to grab RNAV 30 Zulu, which is an RMP approach. It's
Number 572 Papa Alpha.
It's cool.
Runway 10
It's fun to fly this approach actually. Goes right over the mountains, overlooking the bay, the San Francisco Bay. That's one of the reasons I did this flight. Have a good view of San Francisco on the approach. Alright, so that's just the Windsor 2 via Alex via Spammy, I think. Double check. Spammy. So we got the stars, the Windsor 2 with the Spammy transition. And we're going to fly the RNAV Zulu 30 approach from Alex.
United 529, cross Hobo at and maintain 16,000, Reno Demerit 3012.
Just Hellman 4000 and then Red Bluff. And then we got Oakland. We're doing the Windsor arrival. Windsor from Spammy to Hubert. Wherever. I'm going to still brief it using the other charts. Alright. So that looks good. So we're going to go init, wind, request, init page 2. And we'll come up here. We are all fueled up, so we'll turn off those. And this is a 61.0. 31.3. Those are the figures I got off of the iPad over there. And then 4.2 on the fuel. Gives us our times. I'm going to go 1010 on that. Because I like to go to climb thrust at 500 AGL. This will default to 1000 AGL, so I just lower it by 500. 200 initial on the speed. I want speed out of here. The MDA for that RNAV approach. 267.
Southwest 21,
So that's our
contact center
minimums, and that's
128.45.
MSL, that's what will show up on our altimeter there. Or, yeah. Alright, and then same thing, 500 AGL, so we'll lower that. Boom, done. Done and done.
Southwest 2142, Albuquerque Center descend via the Bruiser 1 arrival, runway 25, right transition.
So we got 61 plus 42. Alright, so what is this then? We got 61 plus 4, so it's 5, 2. So it'd be 143,760, I think. Getting my takeoff weight. I have to do all these conversions. Alright, so 61 008
Albuquerque ground, ExecJet 206, ready to taxi from Atlantic with Juliet.
plus 4200 is 65 208.
Contact approach 123, station 133.65. ExecJet 206, Albuquerque ground, runway 21.
Grab our weather.
Via Foxtrot Charlie, hold short
Temperature
runway
25, altimeter, wind is correct.
Roger, runway 2 run.
Takeoff weight
via Foxtrot
143.
Charlie, hold runway 12, ExecJet 206.
759er. And we're taking off 16.
Southwest 140 approach, roger.
Tora 7003. So it's right there, heading 166. So it's 137. For V1, rotate at 140. And V2 at 141 with a flex temperature of 57.
United 529, contact Norcal approach 119.2.
So come back down here. We'll go perf.
Alpha 710, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
37. Rotate at 140. V2 141. 57 on the D-rated engine performance stuff there. Alright, what's next on my checklist? Alright, fuel pumps. Turn on the fuel pumps. Fuel pumps are good. And we are clear to flight level 230.
Southwest 140, descend and maintain 3000.
Surprised he didn't say climb via the SID, because the SID does have altitudes.
Southwest 2142, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
I mean, we're still going to climb via the SID anyway, but there are when there's no altitude restrictions, or well, you have to be above 4,000 at one of the waypoints, which I'll show you here in a few minutes. So usually they say climb via the SID when there's any type of you probably didn't read it that carefully.
Tower, November 57 to Papa
Done with
Alpha,
the fuel truck.
runway 10 left at Tango, ready for departure.
Southwest 2132, that's 128.65,
Have all these guys drive away.
Exit 206, cross runway 12 at Charlie, continue via Charlie Echo.
Crossing runway 2, continue Charlie Echo to runway 21, section 2.
Got
November 572
Trollocs
Papa
are
Alpha,
low.
Alpha, heading 110, runway 10 left at Tango, clear for takeoff.
Bring up, I mean the brake pressure was low, so that fixed it.
At Tango, clear for takeoff. November 572 Papa Alpha.
Southwest 140, turn right heading 080.
So we're going to take off on 16 going south. And we're going to intercept this radial 111 from the Reading VOR. Now the Airbus will automatically figure out the intercept radial. It's a smart airliner. Otherwise you would dial in a course heading of 111 with the Reading VOR if you were going to do slant alpha type of thing. So then you would follow this radial all the way to Homan, which is why it's the Homan 2 departure. 2 because there's 2 transitions. That doesn't always mean that's why, but it just happens to be 2 transitions. So at Homan we got to be above 4,000, so that's why I said usually they'll say climb via the SID except maintain flight level 230. So we can climb to 230, but I know we got to be at least 4,000 feet. And this means 10 DME, so it's 10 miles, 10 DME from the Reading VOR, so that's what that little 10 means. So it's 10 miles to get to Homan. So 10 miles, 4,000, no problem. Heck, we're already at 500 feet, so that's only 3,500 feet that we'd have to climb in 10 miles. No problem there. Can't get.
Southwest 140, Roger, fly heading 140 to join final.
My chart. Stupid chart. Alright. So that, now, that was the Homan 2. So here's the interesting thing. So here's Oakland. We're going to land 30 because the terminal's right here. Cargo's here. This is GA area. So we're going to be using this runway. And I want to do the RNAV
departure, November 2 Papa Alpha.
Zulu using the Windsor
Albuquerque Tower,
2 arrival. So we're going to pick up the Windsor 2 from Spammy, so it's Spammy between 24 and 26 at 280 knots. I'm probably going to ask to delete the speed, well maybe not. I'm not going to delete the speed restrictions. So you could ask ATC to delete these speed restrictions if there's not a lot of traffic. That way it doesn't take as long, but I want to look at the views anyway. So we'll follow these altitude restrictions. So this is between 16,000 and flight level 220 at 280 knots. These are transitions, so they both flow into the Windsor 2 arrival, which technically starts at Windsor. We're going to follow it down to Hopta and then Alex. At Alex, we're going to, before we get to Alex, we're going to talk to NorCal, and we're going to request the RNAV Zulu 30 approach from full approach from Alex. So the last waypoint on this star is the first waypoint on our approach, Alex and Alex. So we're going to end here at 5,000, and we're going to pick it up here at 5,000. We're going to come around, follow the VDEV down, and RMP takes us, it's an RMP approach, down the minimums, which is 267, that's the MDA I put in, or 300 radar, and then we'll land, that'll take us to 30. Now, you might ask, what happens if the wind changes and you need to land on 12? So, in that case, we're going to have a backup plan, which is the, see this star is only for landing west. There's nothing that here that says you can land on runway 12. There's no 112. So what do? You have to look for a star in arrival that will allow you to land on 1-2. So it'll just say like ILS 1-2. So that star would be the Anet 1 arrival. So you'll notice that it's essentially the same spammy Herbert to Windsor, and then at Windsor is when it changes. Windsor keeps going a little bit eastward to Weber, where the Anet 1 goes a little bit westward to Raider. So this is a second arrival. We'll only swap it at Windsor if we need to, because Windsor is the same restriction, except this one doesn't have a speed restriction where this one does. But we'll swap it out if we have to, and then we grab the ILS 12. And we can do a full approach from Raider, which is the last waypoint on this star. So we would ask for the ILS 1-2 approach, full approach from the Raider initial approach fix, IAF initial approach fix, both of which is 5,000 intercept. That will intercept the localizer, at which point we will be cleared to land via runway 12. So those are the two options for arriving into Oakland. When we get to Oakland, we come right over this mountain in this water, so be a cool approach looking at all the bay area. So that's what we're looking forward to right there, is the views. Flight plan is briefed. I need to go to bed because tomorrow I have school. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'll upload this to YouTube when I'm done. So if you want to see the approach into Oakland, just look at my YouTube tomorrow, and you'll be able to see the end result. Appreciate you sticking around though, bud.
Marina Tower, United 529, visual 16 right.
Let's remove
529, Marina Tower, runway 16 right.
that, and we'll close up the airplane.
Need a wind check.
Reno, wind calm. Southwest 2142, contact approach 120.4.
Checking FADIC. Make sure the engine displays are working properly.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction. Ground to flight deck. All holds and hatches are closed. Walk round complete.
Fly heading 130, descend and maintain 4,000. That's a full
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
You're ready. Let's go.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, one thing we need to do is update our fuel status. So we're at 4.1. So we're going to go to init page 2. We'll update our block fuel, which will update our time and estimated extra fuel on board. Right now we got 17 minutes. So we got 14 minutes of extra fuel on board. That's fine for this purpose. If this was a VATSIM event, I would want at least 45 minutes extra time fuel there. And we'll leave it on the init page 2 because at engine start it will automatically roll to the fuel prediction page, which will give us a CG that I can use for trim purposes.
Ready to connect.
Delta 595, Boise landing runway 10.
Inchworm, how you doing, bud? Seatbelts fastened, ready to go. Yes, sir. We are ready to get out of here. Check our fire.
Southwest 2142, descend and maintain 3000. Merit 529, taxi Brigade via Bravo Juliet, cross runway 7 at Bravo. Have a good day.
Alright, Bravo Juliet, cross
runway. And you may start engine.
Bravo.
And then go to ignition 2, monitor hydraulics on the bottom, engine on top.
Exit 206, Albuquerque Center, climb maintain flight level 310.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Southwest 2142, turn right heading 170, airport will be 2 o'clock and 10 miles, reporting sign. Southwest 2142, good visual approach, runway 25 right. Alaska 710, contact center 128.45.
Waiting for the agenda to come available.
Oh, it's disconnected.
The gen.
Captain has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have
Flaps 1, ignition. Give us a 1+F takeoff config. 1 notch of slats, 1 notch of flaps.
Descend via the Bruiser 1 arrival, runway 25 right, transition.
Crew supply oxygen. I don't think it's going to rain, but we'll check out the wipers. We got 320, 320, and we'll check the O2. And our trim. 30.7, down 0.5.
Thanks, Tower Southwest 2142, 6 out, visual 25 right.
Southwest 2142, Phoenix Tower, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Trim
25 right, Southwest
is
2142.
set. I'll check our flight controls here. Check the takeoff data. I won't make you look at it, so let me check the winds here. Winds are the same, temperature is the same, so all the takeoff data is the same. So
Delta 595, contact Big Sky approach 119.6.
Get the lighting for taxi. Turn off the APU, turn on the pitot and window heat. And we have to fix that cargo heat. So that's gone on auto. And there is some mountains. We'll go ahead and use the terrain. And we're going to squawk 3713. Grab our current
Here,
ATIS.
temperature 26, dew point 1, altimeter 3000, arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approaches in use. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information whiskey.
Alright, so ATIS has not changed at all. So I'll get our taxi instructions. It's like, oh, that's Alpha behind me. Okay. Reading ground, United 1399 at the terminal with whiskey, ready to taxi.
Delta 595, clear RNAV, runway 10 left approach. Delta 595, RNAV, 10 left. United 1399, reading ground, runway 16, taxi via Alpha Bravo Delta, cross runway 12 at Delta.
Runway 16 via Alpha Bravo Delta, cross runway 12 at Delta, United 1399. Alpha Bravo Delta, okay.
Southwest 1467 Oakland, Center, good evening.
I had to download a patch for the Mr. X San Francisco freeware scenery on the org. So you can go to the same place that you got the scenery and download a patch that essentially just prevents all the Mr. X ortho pictures and satellite imagery from loading. So that way you can use the True Earth, Orbx True Earth, which is what we're using. And I loaded into San Francisco just to make sure I didn't have any errors. And it loaded fine, but I didn't actually look around. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get like an error. So we'll be seeing the San Francisco Bay Area together for the first time with this new ortho.
Oscar 710, Phoenix approach, expect visual approach, runway 25 right. Piper 2 Papa Alpha, contact Seattle Center, 121.4.
Approaching 12.
Runway 10 left approach. Piper 2 Papa Alpha, contact Seattle Center, 121.4. Number of Alpha affirmative 121.4.
The speed limit for long taxiways is about 30 ground speed, so we're at 24 right now. Otherwise, the speed limit on taxiways is typically 20 for airliners, unless it's super long. GA, you want to be about 10, just because you don't want to, you know, if like a 172, you don't want to really taxi more than 7 ground speed, just because you creates lift if you go too fast, especially if it's winds blowing pretty good. But airliners, I'll do over between 20 and 30 knots on the ground.
Level 572 Papa Alpha, Seattle Center, Salem altimeter HV017.
Yeah, United States Postal Service? US? No, wait. USF? What is that? Alright, we got Auto brake max. Takeoff config right here, so we'll hit that button. Test is normal. Systems are normal. Landing lights, strobes are on. The crew know we're going to be departing. And we'll check, make sure everything is good. Brake signs are on. Spoilers armed. Flaps set. Takeoff config. Packs. We'll do the packs on the runway. Short 16.
Delta 595, roger, make that a straight approach from Jimmy.
Human 2, Hogan. There we go.
Delta 595, make that a straight in Arnav Yankee approach from Jimmy.
And tower is 19.8. So we'll do 19.8 and departure 1322. Get that ready. And then we'll get our takeoff clearance. 132.2. That's why they give you the departure at clearance and delivery, so you can just swap real quickly. Reading Tower, United 1399, hold short 16.
United 1399, Reading Tower, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
16, clear for takeoff, United 1399.
Approaching 16.
Alright, I'll turn the packs off so we can get all the engine power that we can get, because this is a relatively short runway. It's only 7,000 feet, and we're heavy, and it's hot. So we're going to need all the runway.
On runway 16.
50%. Everything's green. Hydro engines are green. Brakes off. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. Knots, check. Coming up to V1. V1 rotate.
English 206 descent via the back 1 arrival. Landing runway.
Positive right, gear coming up. Gonna hold the angle at 18 degrees. 500 AGL.
Delta 595, contact Boise Tower 118.1.
Climb.
United 1399, contact Oakland Center.
Over to Oakland Center, United 1399 to you.
Boise Tower, Delta 595, inbound RNAV 10 left.
Delta 595, Boise Tower, runway 10 left, clear to land.
Look at that, that's nice. Oakland Center, United 1399, home in 2,500 for flight level 230.
United 1399, Oakland Center, ident. United 1399, with a contact 3 miles southeast of Reading.
That's freaking nice. That's some good ortho right there. I was impressed with Fork Boys. I'm happy with this purchase. I got it on that leap year sale, so I only paid 20 bucks for it. Alright, so we gotta be 4,000, clear that. So we'll go ahead and go manage speed. Increase our speed. Can unarm the spoilers. 215, the flaps will retract automatically. as you'll see here and here. And then at 220, I'll take out the rest of the slats, which is the leading edge. So you take those out and you'll see the front part of the wing going back. So you got slats on the front, flaps on the back. Man, that water looks nice. Very nice water masking. See the rapids or the breaking water there. That is cool. Yeah, this is nice. Now I have Orbx, Washington, Oregon, and a north part of California. Very nice, very nice. Once it's decent around the airports, that's all I care about.
Number to Alpha, contact Cascade approach 119.6.
119.6, November 57 Triple Alpha.
10,000, lights coming off. Check our cabin pressure on the climb, everything's in the green. Look at these mountains. Wow.
710, Phoenix approach, airport 1 o'clock, 12 miles port today. 710, Cruise
This
approach.
is really nice ortho scenery. That's why I don't like, why pay for the HD version? The SD version looks just as good. Because I got the HD version of Washington. And the only thing it does is kills your frame rate a little bit more.
Alpha, Cascade approach, expect vectors ILS 16 right approach, descendant pilot's discretion, maintain 4,000.
This is super cool. Guess we don't need terrain radar anymore.
Southwest 1467, descend via Keno 2 arrival, Reno altimeter 3012.
Descend via Keno 2 arrival 3012, Southwest 1467.
Pilots have the best jobs in the world, man. They got the best views. If I could go back to my teenage years, I would go to school, college for aviation. I would major in that. I was in the military, but I was in security forces, so I would have gone to college first and then got my be an officer and fly planes in the Air Force, or they're actually probably the Navy. Seatbelts to auto. This ain't heavy on frames at all either. This is really good.
Executive 206, contact El Paso approach, 119.15. 119.5, Executive 206. Executive 206, 119.15.
That's because I'm
119.15.
cutting it close on the fuel, so we're going to be getting that warning a few times. It's all good though. Got 18 minutes of extra fuel. Technically you want 45 minutes extra, but I was whatever. Usually if you put in an alternate, they'll give you plenty of fuel. We have enough for 2 passes. But with the weather the way it is, we're not going to need another pass.
Executive 206 El Paso approach, information kilos, current, altimeter 3021, expect visual approach, runway 26 left. November 572 Papa Alpha, traffic 11 o'clock, 2.5 miles northeastbound.
Oakland's wind 310 at 8 knots. Get D8 here. So we'll do ATC ATIS Oakland. Current with Sierra, landing 30, wind 310, and altimeter 3004. I don't know if he's going to climb me to 24. Probably not. I'll just read.
710, contact Phoenix Tower.
Adjust this for our current cruise, which is 230. I don't think he's going to climb me again, so we'll reset this to 230. And then we'll do second plan. Copy the active and
Alaska 710, Phoenix Tower, runway 25 right, wind 240 at 7, clear to land.
12, the init 1, no trans from Raider.
United 1399, clear direct Boise, cross Boise at 7,000, then descend via the Windsor 2 arrival, runway 30, open altimeter 3004.
Clear direct to Boise, cross Boise at 7,000, descend via the Windsor 2 arrival 3004, United 1399.
November 572 Papa Alpha, turn right heading 200, vectors ILS approach.
Okay. We're going to do second perf, so it'd be an ILS approach. The altimeter, he said it was 3004.
ExactJet 206, turn left heading 110, descend and maintain 7,000, vectors visual approach.
Temperature's
Check
19.
206, descend and maintain 7,000.
Actually, I should probably get the rest of the wind, huh? 310 at 8. And then decision altitude for 12 is, apparently my laptop is not wanting to cooperate. It's 200 radar. Current. And grab the wind. Update our winds. Everything is updated. And 19. We'll grab the wind when we get lower. Come to the ECAN, check all of our pages. Doing a quick cursory check, make sure everything's in the green. Forward's getting cooler because I reset the temperature for 22. Landing elevation 0, so that matches Oakland.
Jet 206, cleared visual approach, runway 26 left.
So we're going to descend to 5,000, but we're going to cross Boise at 7,000. It's very nice ortho. You can see the mountains out there. Cool.
Alaska 710, taxi via Delta 7 Delta to the ramp, remain this frequency.
Oakland Center, United 1399, leaving 230.
Roger.
Alright, let the crew know we are descending.
Air 572 Pop Alpha, 16 miles from MACTA, turn left heading 190, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Clear ILS runway 16 right approach.
And 3377. I don't have to get ATIS because we have it right here. We'll get it again, but right before we talk to NorCal, so that's Sierra altimeter is 30 4. 30, yeah, 3004.
November 326 Mike Echo,
And,
Roger. You need to check your microphone first. You have a lot of background noise. It's hard to make out what you're saying. Check jet 206, contact El Paso Tower 118.3.
We'll get that ready to go.
Southwest 1467, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Over to 132.2, Southwest 1467.
Check jet 206, El Paso Tower, runway 26 left, wind 13011, clear to land.
Actually, I'm just gonna turn that off for right now.
Delta Center, Skyhawk 56 Mike Echo, radio check. November 326 Mike Echo, that's better. Clearance on request, standby.
Yeah. I mean, that's the bay, and it's just stands out this time of day.
To the Dells Airport as filed.
Sunset will probably look a lot better than that.
Squawk 4766, hold for release.
But I am very happy with this purchase.
Dallas Airport as filed. Line maintain 7,000.
It's super well done.
Squawk 4766.
Especially Reading. Reading was awesome.
Very bad, correct. It's Mike Echo, advise when airborne for departure. And we'll advise when airborne for departure. Skyhawk 226 Mike Echo.
Let's make Alex 1990.
Good evening, Oakland Center, Southwest 1467, descending through 29er.2, to arrival.
South 1467, Oakland Center, Reno altimeter 3012.
Max landing weight 65. That should not be an issue. We're at 63.5. Weber 9 and 13. Oh, that's right. We're going to Boise, so we're not worried about that. Going right there to 7,000, and then the Alex. We're going to pick up this R&P approach. Add in just a smidgen of speed brake to stay on profile, to help slow us down and not get above the profile. Orbx sure does know how to do ortho scenery, I'll give him that. I'm getting 30 frames with ortho. That's pretty optimized, I'd say. It's like a little airport there, I think. Yeah, it's an airport.
Check jet 206, activate uniform to the ramp, bring this frequency. Alright, United 1399, contact NorCal approach 135.1.
NorCal approach 135.1, yeah, 1399. Alright, 135.1. And then we'll come up here, we'll grab our ATIS. Still with Sierra, so nothing's changed.
Cascade approach, November 57 Papa Alpha, still established on the ILS 16 right.
2 Papa Alpha, roger.
NorCal approach, United 1399, descend via the Windsor 2, leaving 9,900, current with Sierra, request the RNAV Zulu 30 approach from Alex.
At 1399 NorCal approach, current RNAV Zulu runway 30 approach.
Cleared RNAV Zulu 30 approach, United 1399.
Center 572 Papa Alpha, contact Eugene Tower 118.9er.
Added in bridges, so those are hand placed objects. That's really good. And there's the city and the bridges. So all these bridges are with Orbx, and Mr. X scenery has these bridges, the Golden Gate and such. But if you download the update or the patch for the Mr. X scenery, it will disable his bridges and use those.
Southwest 1467, contact NorCal approach 119.2.
So this approach is 2,000 feet for the final approach fix.
Good evening, NorCal approach, Southwest 1467, descending through 210. Quebec 2 arrival with Charlie. Kino 2 arrival.
Southwest 1467, NorCal approach, expect visual approach runway 16 right.
Expect visual approach 16 right, Southwest 1467.
Pilot's got the good view. So I can't remember if that's the Golden Gate or if this other one's the Golden Gate. I want to say it's that one. I'd have to look at a map. I don't want to look at haze, I want to look at the ortho. So I got rid of the haze real quick. Data ref editor to the rescue. We're going to have to go in for a closer look at the city. Really nice.
November 326 Mike Echo, roger, time now 0225. Clearance void, if not airborne, by 0245. Release for departure.
Stutters a little bit when it tries to load in. See, now my frames are 25, which is still pretty reasonable. Very nice. Guess I should turn on these lights. I'm too busy looking at all the sights.
November 5725 Papa Alpha, taxi via Alpha to the ramp, remain the street.
Wow, that's a big city.
Alaska 602, Portland clearance to Los Angeles Airport, Cascade 2 departure, jog and transition, then is filed. Maintain 6000, departure frequency 118.1, squawk 1622. Alaska 602, exact correct. Southwest 1467, airport 10 o'clock, 10 miles, report in sight.
At the airport in sight, Southwest 1467.
Southwest 1467, cleared visual approach, runway 16 right.
Clear visual approach 16 right, Southwest 1467.
We'll follow the VDEV down. That's why armed approach. When you have VDEV, you can go off of the glide path. Go 190, and we're going to go flaps 2. We're going to arm the spoilers. This side looks great. It's like that side looks a little washed out, but that might have been, looks better now. I think that was just sort of glare or something. Alright, missed approach on this is climb to 4,000. Straight out to the Sasso VOR. Okay, so we'll reset the MCP for 4,000 once we are at the final approach fix, which is Mito. Mito's right there. And my tow is 6 miles from the runway. So we'll just slow down to about 170 at my tow. And tower for 30 is 127.2. So I'll get 127.2 ready to go.
2,500.
Wow. I'm really impressed with this ortho scenery. Yeah, this side looks so much better than over there. Maybe it's just the glare farther away.
118.7.
Probably looks okay when you get over it.
1399, contact Oakland Tower 127.2.
Oakland Tower 127.2, United 1399.
South 1467, Reno Tower, runway 16 right, wind calm, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, Southwest 1467.
Oakland Tower, United 1399, RNAV 30.
At 1399, Oakland Tower, runway 30, 1300 at 8, clear to land.
2,500.
30, clear to land, United 1399. Low on the outer brake. Spoilers are armed. $160. Flaps full. Reset MCP to 4,000 for going missed. And we're landing. Minimums is 267, which is 300 radar. So we'll take it down to about 500 radar and hand fly it the rest of the way. The runway distance again is 10,000 feet, so I'll try to do a soft landing since we have plenty of runway to play with. No promises.
1,000.
Southwest 1467, taxi via Alpha to the ramp, cross runway 25, remain on this frequency.
Alpha to the ramp, cross 25. Southwest 4267.
Approaching 30.
500.
I lied. I'm gonna let the autopilot take it down to 300.
100 above. 300.
Autopilot off, biplane.
Minimum 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard 10, 5,
disperser is full. Have the first officer get the APU going. Exit here at Whiskey 5. Brake fan on.
1399, taxi via via Whiskey, Victor, and Tango to the ramp for minus frequency guide.
Whiskey, Victor, Tango to the ramp, United 1309, thanks. See ya. Inchworm, butter smooth, yep. I didn't even get the long landing alert like I normally do when I try to get a smooth landing, but it also helped that the wind was right down the runway at 8 knots, so it helped kind of give that cushion effect. But yep, I agree, I was happy with that landing. They're not always so smooth. I'm also very happy with the scenery. I think I'll, to look around the different airports, we have to go left here, I think. Yeah, we go left here. So like I'll reload in like the Barron because it's quick to load that at San Francisco, and we look around San Francisco and see what the ortho looks like over there, and Half Moon Bay. Since we only really saw half, or this side of the bay, you didn't see the other side. I guess I could load up the Kodiak and just fly over there offline. Yeah, let's do that. Do a quick flight over there. We'll shut this down. Go offline because I don't want to deal with ATC when I'm just exploring. ATC is my thing, but still. The Kodiak will probably be the best plane to do some searching. United has a gate here or not, but we're going to make one. I love that Spirit airline livery, that looks really cool. We'll just park straight ahead here.
Portland Ground, Alaska 602, gate Charlie 7, taxi with Echo.
I like to use a Cub for close scenery, examine it. Yeah, the Cub's nice because it's slow, but the Kodiak is like stall speed is 70 knots without being landing configured. Landing configured with the Kodiak is like 55, so I can go slow with the Kodiak. I don't have a Cub. But thanks for hanging out with me there, Inchworm. We'll catch you next flight, but have a good night. Alright, APU is on, so we can shut down the engines here.
326 Mike Echo, Seattle Center, IDAT. 326 Mike Echo, radar contact 7 miles southeast of the Chutes VOR, the bend altimeter 3012.
Disconnected.
Have plenty of fuel. So all those are set. Sounds back. So let's reset the sound so I don't blast my eardrums. And then we'll do 62. Do Kodiak at San Francisco, GA. Let's start a new flight. Shouldn't take too long because I'm already loaded in. All right. I feel like I was just flying this earlier today. Oh yeah, I was. Okay. So it's fresh in my mind. Let's turn on fuel. Keep it right in there in the middle. That's fine. Do master. Set up the quadrant. Nav. Beacon. Aux BP. altimeter is 3004. Oakland is 9. I mean, we're at San Francisco, so San Francisco's is 13, so we're good. 1-2, 1-2. Don't need autopilot. Flaps are good. Trim is set for takeoff. Transponder, who cares? I'm not flying online. I'll do taxi light, bypass. That wasn't very realistic, huh? Alright. Normally you would not start the engines with everything tied up, but it happens when you rush. San Francisco 290 at 12, so we want 28 right from Echo intersection. We'll do a touch and go to Half Moon Bay, and then we'll end the flight at Palo Alto. Half Moon Bay is here, and Palo Alto is here. So, do a tour of the little area. It's like we're racing a United airliner over there. That's our people. And I'm going to take off from the intersection Echo. Shut that window. turn those on. Turn that on, turn that on. I think he's on the parallel runway. Just gonna follow this guy out of here. It's the cargo ramp. And we are heading right for Half Moon Bay's to our left. Wind at Half Moon Bay 160 at 5. So that's the wind. So probably want runway 12. Color doesn't match perfectly, but that's alright, because this is a payware scenery, this Half Moon Bay. But otherwise, everything surrounding it looks awesome. just do a touch and go, and we'll go to Palo Alto and call it a night. Now the water, you can see the white caps in it. That's cool. Very nice. Actually, I think I'll just land here because I'm tired. I'll call it a night here. This is a nice airport to land at anyway. Other than the color issue with this older scenery compared to the Orbx, I'm totally happy with it. And there we have it. It's just, this is custom scenery. So it's just the ortho photos don't mix, but that's fine. I'm not getting any errors. I don't care. That Mr. X patch works really well for the San Francisco airport. So yeah, buddy. Very good, very good. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks. Catch y'all later. Chase out.
SoCal American 43 descending through 21-1 via the Angel 4 with Zulu.
American 43, SoCal approach, cleared ILS 25 left.
Cleared ILS 25 left, American 43.